Hello everyone, this is Andrew at Crown Academy of English. Today we are doing a lesson about the words to and enough. So let's start. The music is too loud. Mark is strong enough to carry 3 boxes. So the words to and enough describe the degree of something or the level of something. So here is the word to and here is the word enough. And in the 2 examples above, they are used with adjectives. Okay, adjectives. So here is the adjective. So here the word to is describing the degree of loudness. And here the adjective is strong. And so the word enough is describing the degree or level of strength. Okay? So, during this lesson, you will learn, first of all, the meaning of to and enough, and then I will explain how to use to and enough with adjectives, adverbs, and nouns, and we will look at both countable nouns and uncountable nouns. And at the end, there are some exercises at the end of the lesson. Okay? So, what is the meaning of to? So, we will look at our example again. The music is too loud. So this means that the loudness or the volume of the music is more than what is wanted. So the meaning of to is more than what is needed or wanted. It also means more than suitable, more than enough. We can also say the degree of something is excessive, or the amount of something is excessive. So the music is excessively loud. Okay? So that is the meaning of to. Let's now look at some examples. So this, first of all, we will look at to with an adjective. I don't like her dress. It is too long. So this means it is excessively long. It is longer than is needed or wanted. Notice the form. To is before the adjective. So the adjective is long, and we write to before it. That is very important. Example 2. She is too short to play basketball. This time, the form is, again, we have to before the adjective, and here we have an infinitive. So we have the verb in the infinitive. Too short to play basketball. So the meaning of this sentence is she cannot play basketball because she is too short. She is excessively short. Okay? So to plus adjective plus a verb in the infinitive. We can also use to modify an adverb. Remember that an adverb describes a verb. He's going to be late because he's walking too slowly. And to, again, is before the adverb. So slowly is the adverb. Slowly describes the verb. Okay, he's walking slowly. And to modifies the word slowly. So it means that he is walking excessively slowly. Okay. Example 2. Jane is always tired because she works too hard. Too hard. So here we are using the word hard as an adverb. She works hard. She works too hard means that she works excessively hard. Harder than is wanted or suitable. Okay, so to before the adverb. We can also use to before a noun. And if the noun is a countable noun, then we use too many. Okay? Example. I have bought too many bananas. Too many bananas. And as you can see, we write too many before the countable noun. So banana is a countable noun because we can count a banana. A banana is an individual object. We can have one banana and we can have 3 bananas or several bananas. So if the noun is countable, then we must use too many. And of course, the countable noun is in the plural form. So we must write the letter S at the end to indicate that it is plural. Another example. There are too many books in the library. So the word book is a countable noun. We can have one book or several books. So we must use too many. And this means there is an excessive number of books. And again, the noun is in the plural. Okay? And notice as well that since the noun is in the plural, the verb is in the plural too. There are. Okay? There are. If the noun is an uncountable noun, then we must use too much. So we always write too much before an uncountable noun, not too many. Example. I have cooked too much pasta. This means I have cooked an excessive amount of pasta. Pasta in English is uncountable. So we write too much. And again, too much is before the uncountable noun. And uncountable nouns are always in the singular form. So there is no S here. Another example. They have drunk too much wine. They are going to be ill. So wine is a liquid, and often liquids are uncountable. So we say too much wine. This means they have drunk an excessive amount of wine. Too much. Now let's look at the word enough. Well, what is the meaning? Well, here is the example again. Mark is strong enough to carry 3 boxes. Now this means that Mark has sufficient strength. Sufficient. Or we can say that it means Mark has the necessary degree of strength, or the necessary amount of strength. Okay? So this is the meaning of enough. The sufficient degree of something, or the necessary degree of something, the necessary amount of something. Now let us look at some examples. This time we will look at enough with an adjective. The car costs £200,000. £200,000. I have £400,000. So that means that I am rich enough to buy the car. I am rich enough to buy the car. So this is very important. Look at the position. Enough is after the adjective. It is after the adjective. It is not before the adjective. Remember, the word to was before the adjective. But the word enough, we always write it after the adjective. So this is very, very important. We do not say, I am enough rich. That is wrong. We must say, I am rich enough. And in this example, we also have an infinitive. We can say, I am rich enough to buy the car. This is the infinitive here. Okay? Example 2. Jane is only 10 years old. She is not old enough to drive a car. She is not old enough to drive a car. So again, notice the order. We write the adjective first, old, and then the word enough. So this means that she is not sufficiently old. Okay? And again, here we have an infinitive. To drive. She is not old enough to drive a car. We can also use enough to modify an adverb. An adverb. She is losing the race. We can see that she is behind everybody else. She is not running quickly enough. So quickly is the adverb. Quickly describes how she is running. And enough modifies the word quickly. Enough is telling us the degree of how quickly she is running. Okay? And again, very important, enough is after the adverb. After the adverb. It's very important. Example 2. The team is playing well enough to win the game. Well enough to win the game. So this means the team is playing sufficiently well. Again, we have the adverb first and then the word enough. And here we have an infinitive. So we have the adverb enough followed by the infinitive, to win. We can also use enough with nouns, both countable nouns and uncountable nouns. And it is the same word for countable nouns and uncountable. It is always the word enough. Only 3 people are coming to the meeting. There are enough chairs. Okay, so there are enough chairs for everybody. So the form is enough and it is before the countable noun. And of course, the countable noun is in the plural form. Chairs with an S. Do we have enough plates? So this is the question. Do we have enough plates? This means, do we have a sufficient number of plates? And again, the noun is in the plural form because it is a countable noun. We can also use enough with an uncountable noun. Okay, so it's the same word for countable and uncountable. Sorry, there isn't enough cheese for everyone. So enough is before the uncountable noun. The uncountable noun is cheese, and we write enough before it. And uncountable nouns are always in the singular form. Cheese. I would like to buy this watch, but I don't have enough money. Enough money. So money is the uncountable noun. Okay. Money is uncountable in English. And we write enough before it. And money is singular. Okay, so now let us look at 2 exercises. I would like you to complete the following sentences with the correct word in brackets. Example. I don't like eating ice cream. It is something cold. So for all of these questions, I want you to choose either the word to or enough. So the answer is to. It is excessively cold. It is too cold. Okay, so question 1. And I will give you a few seconds to answer it. The answer is, I can't hear you. You aren't speaking loudly enough. Loudly enough. So notice that enough, we write it after the adverb. Question 2. The answer is there enough paper in the printer? Enough paper. So paper is the noun, and we write enough before the noun. Question 3. Jane isn't coming to the party because she is too tired. Too tired. So tired is an adjective, and we write to before the adjective. Question 4. The answer is, she is 30 years old. She is old enough to smoke. Old enough to smoke. Question 5. And the answer is, Mark can't go to the cinema tonight. He doesn't have enough money. He doesn't have enough money. Question 6. The answer is, don't buy that shirt. It is too small for you. It is too small for you. That means it is excessively small for you. Exercise 2. Complete the following sentences with the correct words in brackets. Example. So for all of these sentences, I want you to choose between too many or too much. The answer is, I think you have bought too many apples. Too many apples. Apple is a countable noun, so we say too many. Question 1. The answer is, I'm not hungry. You have given me too much rice. Too much rice. Rice is uncountable, so we say too much. Question 2. The answer is, please be quiet. You are making too much noise. Noise is uncountable in English, so we say too much. Question 3. The answer is, this party is terrible. There are too many children. Okay, now children is an irregular noun. It is an irregular plural. It is the plural of child. But child is still countable. It is a countable noun. So we say too many children. Question 4. The answer is, I'm confused. You have given me too much information. Now, in English, information is uncountable. Okay? So that means we must write too much information. And it is, of course, in the singular form. Question 5. The answer is, I am fat because I eat too many sweets. So sweet is countable in English. So we must write too many. Okay? So you can see in all of these questions, it is very important to know if a verb is countable or uncountable. So it is very important to know the difference between countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Okay, so that is the end of the lesson. If you want to subscribe, you can click here on the screen. Here is my Twitter account. And if you want more information about countable and uncountable nouns, okay, if you feel that you need to learn more about countable and uncountable nouns, there are 3 videos that I have done about this. So I advise you to watch these 3 videos to learn more about countable and uncountable nouns. Okay? There we are, that is the end. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Andrew at Crown Academy of English. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.